Simon, welcome back to MagicMayhemHobbies YouTube channel. This is another quick and simple terrain piece. This one's going to be tank traps. There we go. Nice, quick and easy, effective terrain. Right, let's get on with the making of. Right guys, to start off our tank traps, we're going to use this stuff. This is plasticard, L-shaped. As you can see, it's shaped like an L. I go for 3mm. You can go for 4mm, but I find the 3mm gives a nice sort of size. So yeah, that's the one we're going to use. Now, first up, you're going to grab your clippers, and as you can see on this one, I've cut the edges to a point, just like that. So we do these ones, quick snip, that's that one, that one's already done, so let's go on to the next step. Right, next step, grab some super glue, any old super glue, this is just some cheap stuff I had lying around. Glue your first piece together, like so, and then your other bit will go just anywhere, on there, or on the other side, wherever you want really. And I'll get that glued together and we'll move on. Right, once you've got that super glue together, get yourself a nice tank trap shape. Stick it on your board. This is just some MDF random offcut I had lying around. I thought it looked like a pretty good shape, so I'll go with that. One thing I will say about this is this has a smooth top, so best thing to do, grab yourself some sandpaper, sand it all down, just to help things adhere to it. Smooth surfaces, you try and glue or paint on that, and yeah, chances are it'll just chip off. So yeah, there you go. And I'm going to grab a few other bits that I'm going to glue down to this. As you can see here, I've got lots of random stuff lying around. Got some wheels, just some old wheels I got out of a box of junk bits at a boot sale. Got miniature wheels, and I got some. These are plumbing couplers. These are brilliant for little makeshift barrels. You know, whatever your imagination. Chuck them on there. They look pretty cool. Then we got. These are some random bits I got out of my junk box, a little boot sale find. They look like little exhaust ports from a spaceship, but you glue them down there. You know, if you're playing futuristic type things, that's going to look really cool. You know, maybe chuck a couple on there. That can look pretty good. But I want this one to match in with my other one, so I'm just going to go for maybe a couple of barrels lying around. Yeah, we'll go on from there. Right, as you can see here, I've glued some bits on the base. We've got a random piece of barbed wire just coming out the ground. And we've got a nice big tyre on here, a couple of barrels, and a bit of matchstick next to the barrel. Otherwise the barrel will just roll off. There's a giant tyre like resting up against it, so I thought it'd be a good idea to chuck that on there. So there you go, this is the basis of our piece. Next up, gravel, painting, grass, and then we're done. Quick and easy. As you can see here, I'm just chucking the PVA glue on all over the place. This is what our gravel's all going to stick to. I'll use any old PVA glue. I haven't boiled water on this down because it's going to be holding gravel. You don't want it to be weak, otherwise your gravel's just going to fall off all over the place. And I'm just using a coffee stirrer to stir it. Some of the super glue is still not dry. I didn't want to use a paintbrush on it. I don't really fancy really in the paintbrushes. There you go. I'll get this covered and I'll get some gravel on there. Right. That is coated in a nice thick layer of PVA, so we're ready to chuck old gravel on there. Grab yourself a piece of paper, and once we've knocked all the gravel off on the paper, we're going straight back in the pot. No mess. Chuck it all on there, don't hold back. Alright, there we go. Give that 10 to 15 minutes and the glue will be just enough to hold the gravel on there. You can knock all the excess off and then give it a couple of hours, and then hopefully glue will be dry enough. Maybe give it overnight, and then we can move on to the painting step. We're giving that an undercoat of grey. You see I've given that a nice coat all over. Give it a fairly thick coat just so it holds all the gravel in place. We'll do our best to try and stop all that gravel from falling off. For the undercoat, I've used Automotive Grey Primer. Picked this up in Poundland. Nice and cheap. No point wasting expensive primers on this kind of stuff. So yeah, there you go. That's ready for the painting. And what we're going to do, we're going to give it a nice thick coat of burnt umber. Again, this is just some cheap old acrylic paints. Pick it up from ESK, and then we'll give that a brush over with burnt umber, just to give it a little bit of contrast on the raised edges. And then all the metallic parts, the inside of the wheel, the barrels, the actual tank trap, and the little bit of barbed wire we got coming out the ground there. We'll just go over that with some lead belcher from the Citadel range, or whatever metallic spray, whatever metallic paint you got. And then I'll pick those up. And then with the tyre, if you want, either keep that grey or go over it in black, and then maybe just put a little splash of brown on there, just make it look a bit muddy. And then the post, well, you could either do that, brown, whatever colour you think looks good. Do it silver, make it look like a silver pole. There you go. Right, we'll get this painted and then we'll see how it looks. Right guys, as you can see here, I've done the burnt umber all over the base, nice and thick. I've added the silver to a little bit of razor wire, silvered the barrels, and I thought this little pole, just do it silver, make it look like a metal pole, and our tank trap. And I've done a little bit of black on the wheel. There we go. And what I'm doing now, literally just getting some burnt sienna and literally just over brushing on our brown there, nice and quick, just to give the raised edges a bit of contrast to the rest, make it look a bit more interesting. And we're pretty much done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some of this grass, maybe put a couple of little clumps here and there, make it look a little bit more realistic. And a little tip for you, once I put the burnt umber on there, I didn't really want to wait before doing the burnt sienna, so I grabbed my wife's hairdryer. Do that for a couple of minutes and it's pretty much dry. Go straight on to your next bit. So I'm going to get this finished, chuck some grass on, and then I'll show you some pictures of it finished. Right guys, there you go, we are all done. As you can see, I've finished giving it the overbrush of the burnt sienna, and I've put a little sprinkle of grass on there just to help it match in with the other ones. And on the other side, there you go, a little bit of grass on there. See the PVA glue still drying, but that's alright, it will dry clear and it will look good. So there you have it, quick, simple, easy and effective terrain. This kind of stuff doesn't have to be difficult. So if you've enjoyed this video, click subscribe down below and let me know what you think. Thank you very much. This has been Simon from Magic Mayhem Hobbies, and I'll catch you later.